What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the Woman Out of Time milestone. And this event, we're going to talk about the math. We're going to break down everything that you need to know in order to participate in this event and in order to be successful on this event without falling into all the traps that Scopely is setting up for you. This is one of the most convoluted events that we ever had, and a lot of people are confused by this event. They think that this is a gold spending event. Yes, you have to spend gold in order to participate in this event, but you cannot spend gold gearing up your characters or leveling up your characters. No. To participate in this event, you have to hold yourself back 1 week without spending any gold on progressing your characters, because this event requires you to buy specific orbs in order to be successful in it, in order to complete this event. It's probably the worst event we ever had, and there are so many traps that if you fall into them, you might compromise somewhat the progress of your account. Not right now, but in 6 months from now. So you're going to break down all this information so you are aware of, and you can make your own decision on which way you want to participate in this event. Like I said, very convoluted, but with the right information you can make the decision and then decide what's better going forward. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. So before we are going to start taking a look at the leaderboard that we are going to participate in, yes, this milestone event has a leaderboard. Then we are going to take a look at the side quests, the side milestones that we have to complete, because we have another situation of milestones within milestones within milestones. So we need to complete the side milestones to get points for the main milestone, and the side milestones will give you a big chunk of milestone points towards the main milestone, the Woman Out of Time event. And then we are going to break down how the Woman Out of Time milestone works. What's the best decision in order for you to make your own decision, how you want to progress in this Woman Out of Time milestone, and analyze the rewards and see if it's going to be worth it, if it makes sense, what makes the most sense in the short term and also in the long term. So let's get started. This is going to be very, very complicated, so make sure you pay attention, because this event is one of the most complicated events we ever had. Okay, so let's start with the leaderboard. On the leaderboard, you are going to obtain Captain Carter shards, you're going to be able to obtain Dark Promotion credits, and you're also going to be able to obtain Isolate Blue level 5. Level 5. I have mentioned in my previous live streams, and you guys should definitely check out these live streams on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time throughout the week. We'll do Cosmic Crucible, we do War, we do all kind of things, and we also talk about the events that we have going on during the week. And on those live streams, I have mentioned that Scopely is going to start giving us more Isolate Blue level 5 and less Isolate Blue level 4, because to unlock Apocalypse you need Isolate Blue level 4, and that's going to be the limiting factor. You need all characters that are Horseman characters and a few other characters to be with Isolate Blue level 4, and if you don't have that Isolate Blue level 4, you are not going to be able to unlock the Baby Apocalypse, and the Baby Apocalypse is going to be amazing. So everyone wants to unlock the Baby Apocalypse. That's why Scopely is limiting the amount of Isolate Blue level 4 you get and baiting you with Isolate Blue level 5. Isolate Blue level 5 is a bait, not only because you don't get enough to use, and even if you get enough to use, you also have to spend Isolate Blue level 4 to equip the Isolate Blue level 5. So Isolate Blue level 5 is a big bait that is going to hold you back towards your progress on unlocking Apocalypse. So keep this in mind. All the Isolate Blue level 5 they are giving away is just to hold you back and set you up in a trap where you're going to waste your Isolate Blue level 4 equipping the Isolate Blue level 5 and not being able to unlock Apocalypse. So keep this in mind, is very, very important. Now, in terms of the Captain Carter shards, it's a nice amount of shards. We have 10 shards for the top 25 and 15 shards, 20 shards, 25 shards. It's okay, it's not like mind-blowing or anything like that. but it's a nice amount. Then we are going to get dark promotion credits in case you are able to get to top 1%, and this top 1% I think is going to be a big competition for top 1%, because it's the first time they are giving dark promotion credits on leaderboards, and that's it's a meaningful amount. It's 10% of what you need to get Red Hulk or any other horseman to another red star, and because of that I think there will be a lot of competition in order to get these dark promotion credits. Okay, so that's the leaderboard. Those are the rewards that you can get, and the big trap that Scopely is setting up for you with this event. There are more traps, so be careful, because there will be more traps. Okay, so we have the first secondary milestone event of this event. Wield the Shield Web milestone. This is going to be a daily milestone that requires you to spend campaign energy, and it will give you a meaningless amount of gold and a meaningful amount of milestone points. So this is something that you need to have in mind. You really want to complete these milestones in order for you to be successful on the main milestone. Taking a look at the numbers, if you spend 200 power cores per day plus the daily energy, you are going to be able to complete this event fairly easy. My recommendation is for you to spend 150 power cores daily on energy for 2 days, and on the third day you spend 200 power cores, just to make sure that you get the 1000 energy per day. You have to adjust depending on how much energy you start this event with, or how much energy you need throughout the event in order to complete it. If you reach the 1000 energy, you should hold yourself back and not spend more energy, because there is no additional rewards based on that. So you want to be very careful. You want to make sure that you don't overspend your power cores, because as you guys have seen, power cores are becoming more and more important in order to complete these events. Okay, so that's the first event. Very, very simple. You just have to spend your daily energy and a few power cores refreshing the energy, and you're going to be able to complete this. You have to go to the website daily to collect these rewards and the gold and the milestone points as well, and it will go out throughout 7 days. So make sure you visit the website daily. Okay, so now we have the secondary milestone events, the British Invasion milestone. And instead of being a daily event, this is going to be a weekly event. So it's going to last for 7 days and requires you to participate in raid battles. You should try to win the raid battles, but participating is fine. And if you complete this event, you're going to obtain a big chunk of milestone points towards the main milestone event, and you are going to get, once again, a meaningless amount of gold. You're going to get 300,000 gold over 7 days. That's even less than 50,000 gold per day that you get on the other event. So it's very meaningless rewards. The best you get is the milestone points. Now, in order to complete this milestone event, the British Invasion, you have to play in the raids 12 times, and that means you can complete, for example, 8 nodes of the Greek raids and 4 nodes of the Doom raids or the Ultimus raids or anything like that that you are participating with your alliance. Or you can go 6 on the Greek, 6 on the Ultimus milestone, on the Ultimus raids. But if you are an active player, you probably can do like 40 nodes or 60 nodes per day. That's usually what I do, 60 nodes per day. You can even do higher than that, of the 60 nodes per day, but you want to make sure that you don't do way too many nodes, otherwise you can cripple the progress of your alliance friends, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be a jerk like that. So if you do 6 in one raid, 6 in another raid, 6 nodes, you're going to be able to complete this milestone easily. Anything above that, you just go overboard, and make sure you check out your alliance mates to see if they are fine in the event. And if you do too much in one day, ask them out to see if they need to do more on the second day. And be nice to them. Be nice to them. There is no reason to be a jerk here, because it's very easy to complete. Okay, so that's the British Invasion milestones. As you guys can see, fairly easy to complete. Just participate in raids 12 times per day, which is more than possible. Okay, now we have the main event. We have the Woman Out of Time milestone, and this milestone is very difficult to understand, but I'm gonna try to make it as clear as possible. And there is one big trap on this event. Okay, so how do you participate in this event? How you complete this event? So for you to complete this event, you are going to obtain all the milestone points from the other secondary milestones. And then we have 4 types of orbs. We have the Royal Reserve Orb, Strategic Reserve Orb, Patriots Orb, and the Royal Soldiers Orb. You need to open these orbs in order to get points towards the milestone. So how do you obtain these orbs? You obtain these orbs by buying them with gold. This is why you cannot waste your gold gearing up your characters. This is why you cannot waste your gold leveling up your characters, because you are going to need daily amount of gold for you to buy these orbs. You cannot use your gold buying stuff from the store. You cannot use your gold to do anything else. All your gold will have to go towards buying these orbs, otherwise it will cripple you out in your progress in these milestones. This is why I said this is not a gold spending event. It's an event where you have to spend gold. It's not like the events we had in the past where you could gear up your characters and progress throughout the event. No. That was way too good for us. So Scopely made this event even more convoluted, so you cannot even progress your gear and progress your team in order to also progress towards the milestones. It's just crazy. It's just insane how convoluted this got. Okay, so now let's talk about these orbs. What's the reward inside of these orbs? Big shout out to community manager Archangel for providing this information, because without this information we would have no idea how to prepare for this. Okay, so taking a look at these orbs, we have the Royal Reserve Orb, which is the one that gives you the 600,000 points, and it only costs 500,000 gold. And then all the other orbs, they cost 200,000 gold, and they give you 200,000 points. So in terms of efficiency, in terms of progress towards the milestone and towards that leaderboard, it seems that the Royal Reserve Orb is the best orb. But is it? Is it the best orb? I'm gonna tell you something. This is a bait. The fact that this orb costs less and gives you more points, it's a bait. They are baiting you for you to spend your gold in this orb, because the rewards, if you think long term, the rewards are not that great. Gear Tier 16 is very common right now. I have multiple types of gear with more than 200,000 pieces. For example, 200 pieces. For example, for mutants, I have 200 of these. For like skill, I have like 500 of these. So Gear Tier 16 is not that important. Gear Tier 17, on the other hand, is a little bit more important, but how long is it going to be important? Is it going to be important 6 months from now? Maybe not. Maybe 6 months from now we are going to get Gear Tier 18. The next tier requirement for the next upcoming character is going to require Gear Tier 18. And Gear Tier 17 being a limiting factor, it's not going to be the case anymore. They start to lower the prices of the Gear Tier 17 million uniques, and that means the next level of progression is coming very, very soon. This is why I'm saying this is a trap. This is a bait. No, this is the bait. This is the trap. This is the bait, this is the trap. So on top of the Gear Tier 16 and Gear Tier 17 mini uniques, we are also going to get some undefined iso-weight type. Is it iso-weight blue? Is it iso-weight blue level 4? Is it iso-weight blue level 5? We have no idea, but it's probably not going to be iso-weight blue level 4. If it will be, maybe this orb will have some value, but right now, based on the Gear Tier 16 and Gear Tier 17, I don't think this is the best orb. I think this orb is a bait for you to waste your gold on it and progress to the milestones. But the milestones, they grow exponentially. So if you don't spend like huge amount of gold, it's not gonna matter. It's really not gonna matter the amount of Gear Tier 17 mini uniques that you're going to obtain. So let's take a look at the other orbs. Strategic Orb Reserve. This orb is 100% trash because yes, it has Gear Tier 17, but it also has Gear Tier 14. So are you going to spend your gold obtaining orange gear? Nah, no way, bro. Then we have the Patriot Orb and we have the Royal Soldier Orb. And in my opinion, these are going to be the best orbs, because this is the orbs that will give you character shards for Captain Carter and for US Agent. And these characters are going to be very, very important because they are the first team of the next 1 year cycle. Whether it is Galactus or Mephisto or Null or whichever other character, Hyperion, or I don't know many Marvel characters that could be like a 1 year long event. But the Rebirth team, the name says itself, it's the Rebirth. It's the rebirth of the next 1 year cycle. They are a Bio-Ray team. The Web Warriors, they were also a Bio-Ray team. The Web Warriors were the first 1 year cycle, and the Death Seed was the last of that 1 year cycle. So you need to have this in mind. The Rebirth team is very, very likely to be the first team of the next 1 year cycle, and it's going to be the next team that will allow you to unlock the next legendary character that is part of the next 1 year cycle for the next apocalypse. So this is going to be very important, because the more shards you get for these characters, the more you are going to be successful in the upcoming Scourge events for those new characters, and also the more successful you are going to be on your raids. And the Doom 3 raids is not going to last for a lot longer. And the Rebirth team is definitely going to be the main focus of that new raid, whether it is the Doom 4 raid or whether it is the Apocalypse raid. It's going to be very, very important for you to obtain as much US Agent shards and Captain Carter shards as possible. So once again, in my opinion, and taking a look at the future on what's to come for the game and what happened in the past, I don't think that Gear T16 and Gear T17 mini uniques is going to be that important. And overall, I think this orb is just a bait for you to fall into the trap of going after these to get more milestone points. But once again, you are not going to get a meaningful amount. And if the Isolate here is not Isolate Blue level 4, this orb is definitely not worth your time. Okay, so taking a look at the numbers. When you take a look at the numbers, you can see right here we have all those secondary milestone points. They are going to give you around 31 million points, which is a big chunk, is almost everything you need to complete the month-long events. And the milestone that I think you should aim for is milestone 36. The monthly milestone items, they end at milestone 35 and you need 40 million points, but milestone 36 is 42 million points. Anything beyond that grows exponentially and becomes increasingly more difficult to obtain, so I definitely recommend for you to stay away anything beyond milestone 36. Okay, now in terms of milestone 36, how many orbs do we have to obtain of each type in order to complete it, and how much gold do we need? So for the milestone 36, if you are going to get the Gear T17 mini uniques, the Royal Reserve Orb, you need a total of 20 orbs and you need a total of 10 million gold on hand throughout these 7 days. Remember once again that you cannot spend any gold gearing up your characters or leveling up your characters or even buying stuff from the gold store. You need to make sure that you have this 10 million gold just to buy these trashy orbs. So maybe you can even do this on day 1, buy all these orbs if you already have the gold on hand, because otherwise you are not going to be able to participate in this. So if you want to buy the most efficient orbs, the orbs that Scopely wants you to buy, then you have to have 10 million gold and you need to buy 20 of them. Now, if you want to follow my advice, which is to get the other orbs for the US Agent and Captain Carter shards, then you need to buy 56 of these orbs. And even if you are going to get only 2 shards out of these orbs, that means over 100 shards for these characters, which is great. And is it that much more efficient? Instead of 10 million gold, you need 11 million gold. So the difference is only 10%, so it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it's slightly more efficient, but at the end of the day, what is going to be more important for you? To obtain more character shards for your characters, for US Agent or Captain Carter, or to obtain some Gear T16 or Gear T17 that you could buy any way on the Gold Store and on the Cosmic Crucible Store and all these other stores. So what's going to be more important? The Gear T17 that you can buy daily after this event, or the captain character shards that you can only buy on this specific event. I think it's going to be more important to get the character shards for this specific event. So in my opinion, it might not be the most efficient way to complete the leaderboard, but it's definitely the most efficient way to raise your account and set yourself for the future to be more successful on the upcoming raid and also on the upcoming scourges that we'll have for the next 1 year event. In my opinion, that's going to be the best way. And if you are one of those crazy persons that wants to complete the event, then you need around 160 orbs, and you need around 80 million gold. If you have 80 million gold, yes, you can complete all these milestones, all these leaderboard nonsense, but at the end of the day, I don't think this is the way you should go. And definitely I don't advise this for most players because it's just nonsensical. If you are free to play and you have 80 million gold to spend, I also think that you should spend it here. 80 million gold here would take you a long way. You'll probably get like 250 orbs, and yeah, 250 orbs, and you only have to spend 50 million gold. Yikes, big yikes. So if you are getting 2 character shards per orb, you can probably get these characters, both of them, to 6 yellow stars, which is going to be insane. But yeah, I don't recommend this. Like I said, I only recommend you to go to milestone 36, and that's going to require you to spend 11 million gold and obtaining 56 on these orbs. Once again, you can do this day 1 because there is no limit on how many orbs you can obtain. And once again, remember, this is not a gold spending event. It's an event where you have to spend gold. So you cannot spend your gold getting up your characters and training your characters. You need to buy these orbs, otherwise you're not going to be able to participate in this event and complete at least to milestone 36. So yeah guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it and I hope it was clear enough. I know this event is extremely convoluted, but that's the way Scopely made it this time, to cripple our way to progress our account. And I don't like it. I really don't like it. And you guys let me know what are the thoughts that you guys have towards this event. Do you like this approach that Scopely is using now to hold you back from getting up and training your characters? Is this a good way of progressing your account? I don't think so. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this. But that's all the information I have for you. I hope it was clear enough. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me on my Discord. Link will be in the description. Usually on the general chat is the best place to ask. And that's all for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the information helpful, share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. It's very, very important that they understand this event, otherwise they will not be able to complete it, and that's going to be a shame because this event has those monthly items that you need towards the other event, and yeah, that's going to be important, right? Once again, in my opinion, the best orbs is the ones that give you the character shards, and it's the long-term option if you want to be successful in Marvel Strike Force in 2023 and 24. So that's going to be all for now, guys. Once again, make sure you share this video with your friends. Make sure your friends are informed so they don't make a mistake towards this event. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.